Hello and welcome to Studio 415.
On today's show, we'll check in with the jazz band, discuss how LLS is impacting Carroll's students,
And we'll talk about the upcoming track and field season.
all that and more coming up next.
I think cancer is already enough of a physical battle that it shouldn't be a financial battle as well.
I hope to see more future models and future dancers and singers.
And I think as part of that, there's so many area high schools that do jazz pretty well.
Welcome to Studio 415. I'm Ian Pels.
And I'm Jamie Berry. Carroll's Fine Arts program goes beyond just major ensembles.
Studio 415 reporter Ella Lim finds out what makes the jazz program entertaining.
For most students in a jazz ensemble, jazz starts in mid-January, split up into two groups, Jazz 2 and Jazz 3. These groups practice in alternative days, Jazz 2 on Mondays and Wednesdays, and Jazz 3 on Tuesdays and Thursdays. Jazz 1, however, is a more exclusive audition-based ensemble that practices during the school day all school year. Auditions for this ensemble happen every spring. Jazz 1 performs the most out of all the three standard groups and hopes to make it to state finals. All three of these groups do perform locally though, most recently at Northside High School and Snyder before that. The students in jazz pay a small fee which covers entries into jazz festivals and transportation. Jazz bands are historically small, with large ensembles being 20 to 25 people big. Assistant band director Phil Frazier explains why jazz bands are so small.
Big band sound, that's just a very distinct sound, and it's achieved by having individuals on a part and not having multiple people on a part. And whenever that kind of becomes disproportionate, the sound that you're trying to achieve kind of goes down the drain.
Fort Wayne has an extremely unique band environment in Indiana. Band director Doug Hassell explains how that environment was built.
There's a very rich tradition and history of really outstanding jazz bands in Fort Wayne that go back to the late 1960s and early 1970s. And I think as part of that, there's so many area high schools that do jazz pretty well.
Many people join jazz on a different instrument or new to music in general. Flute and tuba player for Jazz 2, E. Overholt, encourages anyone who enjoys music to join jazz.
I think if someone were to even think or consider about picking up an instrument, I feel like jazz would be a great first option because there's easy pieces and then it also introduces you some harder pieces when you get into more of the intermediate part.
When people choose to do jazz, they have to learn a new style of music. Jazz 3's drummer Miles Correa explains what makes jazz so different.
Well, how you play the instruments and the type of music that you play can be very different, yet the community is always the same. You always have the same amazing people supporting you behind your back whenever you need to.
Community plays a strong part in the morale of the band, as Correa said. Alto sax player in both Jazz 1 and 2, Natalie Gerber, expands on that aspect of being in a performing ensemble.
There's a lot of people there that I can find to be friends with me, rather than just the small, different groups of friends I have in sports, whether that's track or basketball or anything else. And it's just a different type of people in every single band group that I'm in.
Each person has their own reason to be a part of jazz. We asked each interviewee why they participated in jazz or what it means to them. What does being in a jazz ensemble mean to you?
It means having a family. It means having people around me that believe in the same thing I do and that actually work towards a goal.
It was really the first form of music I think I really fell in love with. I can remember in middle school playing guitar at Northwood Middle School in the middle school jazz band.
It's an opportunity for students to do something that allows them to be expressive, which is not always as easily done through other genres of music.
I make a lot of friends. It's like an escape from anything else outside of band. And learn a lot of new things, not just instrument-wise.
It's a really fun group where I can hang out with friends and get to pursue my love of music.
Carroll's Jazz programs will be meeting here next at CHS on March 7th and 8th, starting at 4 p.m. on the 7th and 9 a.m. on the 8th. For Studio 415, I'm LLM.
The CHS boys volleyball team is holding tryouts for the upcoming season.
Tryouts run from 4 to 6 p.m. March 10th through the 12th. If you have any questions, contact Coach Potter.
In other sports news, the Charger hockey team defeated Culver 3-2 in triple overtime this weekend to win the 4A club championship.
Hunter Mitchell takes us through Carroll's club hockey title with this recap.
Drip too hard, don't stand too close, you gon' around and drown. Off this way, doing all these shows. I've been on the road, I don't care where I go, as long as I get paid. Bad little vibe, she been on my mind. Soon as I get back, she can slay. Do this all the time, this ain't no surprise. Every other night, another movie getting made. Drip too hard, don't stand too close, you gon' around and drown. Off this way, doing all these shows. I've been on the road, I don't care where I go, as long as I get paid. Bad little vibe, she been on my mind. Soon as I get back, she can slay. Do this all the time, this ain't no surprise. Every other night, another movie getting made. You can get the biggest Chanel back in the store if you want it. I gave them the drill, they set it up, I got them on it. I bought a new Patek, I had to wait, so what you told me. Taking these drugs, I'm gonna be up until the morning. Right first. Call you just at least so you don't own it. If I'm in the club, I got that fight when I'm performing. The back end just came in and out honest. Styles galore, cute shit, they all on us. I'm from Atlanta where young niggas run shit. I know they hating on me, but I don't need comments. And then I tell them to come, she drunk. And I ain't smoking, we ain't right on the front is up, he's yours. Don't stand too close, you gon' around and drown. Off this way, doing all these shows. I've been on the road.
The Chargers win! It's the legacy! It's the goal!
Soon as I get back, she can slay. Do this all the time, this ain't no surprise. Every other night, another movie getting drip too hard, don't stand too close, you gon' around and drown. Off this way, doing all these shows. I've been on the road, I don't care why, but as long as I get paid. Bad little vibe, she been on my mind. Soon as I get back, she can slay. Do this all the time, this ain't no surprise. Every other night, another movie getting made.
The Leukemia and Lymphoma Society is the largest nonprofit blood cancer charity organization in the world.
Studio 415 reporter Max Quintero takes a look at how part of the LLS is working to make a difference.
The Leukemia and Lymphoma Society is a nonprofit charity organization dedicated to curing blood cancer. This organization not only strives to raise funds, but interacts with blood cancer patients and advocates for their health. Founded in 1949, LLS was created after its founders lost their 16-year-old son to leukemia. The organization quickly grew to support blood cancer research projects and has invested more than $1.8 billion since it was founded. LLS gets most of its money through fundraising events, large donations from individuals or families, and corporate partners. Students also play a vital role in this cause. A local team known as Team Blood Force 1, consisting of 3 Carroll juniors, Devin Smith, Porter Johnson, and Zarab Habib, compete against other students and adults to fundraise in a friendly competition. Among 16 other teams, all of them work to see which group can raise the most money and make a positive impact. CHS junior Devin Smith explains how the different teams work and how the competition aspect makes this a fun way to raise money for a good cause.
So us 3, Porter, Zarab, and I, we are kind of like the CEOs of our team, where we kind of recruit like a multi-generational team where we have some students along with some adults to be kind of heads of department of each of our teams, like our social media, our fundraising ideas, our planning, our silent auction, all that stuff. And so we kind of all work together to form the big team and have all the commitments. And as far as the competition aspect, there are about 35 other candidates with around 16 or 15 teams competing in Northeast Indiana in their campaign. So all of them have teams just like us and kind of fundraise and do the same things like we do. And so it's kind of all just a fun competition to see who can raise the most amount of money. But obviously the real goal is to see the big number that everyone raised at the end of it.
Research is still a long way from finding the cure for cancer, but this organization is doing everything they can to help find one. CHS junior Porter Johnson describes how their team works hard to help people diagnosed with cancer who cannot financially support themselves.
We realize that cancer is pretty far reach to finding a cure for it. So our goal and what we're trying to advocate for is for new legislation and laws that can be passed to help people who can't financially help themselves, because we think cancer is already enough of a physical battle that it shouldn't be a financial battle as well.
All of the campaigning is done through the LLS Student Visionaries of the Year program, in which individuals are selected to participate in the Special Cancer Research Program.
To help support this cause, visit Blood Force One on their Instagram page or on the official LLS website to donate. For Studio 415, I'm Max Quintero.
Daylight savings time goes into effect this weekend, which means we are getting closer to spring.
The boys track and field team is gearing up for the spring season inside currently, highlighted in this story by Ian.
In February, practice for track and field started, with this season's first event coming up. Track and field includes activities such as running, throwing, jumping, relays, and more. This versatility in the sport allows many students to join and participate. Also, due to the versatility, many students can develop a variety of skills that could last the students a lifetime, making the sport a great fit for many of Carroll's students, as the new skills they can develop are very useful.
Do it. Track is probably the easiest sport. Well, not really, but you can get yourself into it, and it can develop into many other life skills later in life.
Do it. Great opportunities come from this. You get faster. Everything about it, you're gonna love the results.
With the positive feedback about the sport, no wonder so many students have joined.
Getting to be a part of a team, getting to meet people that you wouldn't normally meet. We have a huge track team. When you combine the boys and girls teams together, we are pretty close to 200 athletes on the team. So it's really cool to provide that team environment, as well as having, like I said earlier, that kind of like individual focus.
As a common goal for students is improvement. Students can improve in a variety of things such as stamina, speed, overall time, and more. Athletes often see their growth and improvement with how they do in practice and events.
Oh yeah, no, like there's not a chance you won't improve yourself. So like you're gonna get faster throughout the year, you're gonna get more fit, you're gonna, whatever you want, it's gonna happen.
Coaching is an important part of track and field. They often teach the students on the team and help them learn or develop skills, some they can use for life, such as teamwork.
You just have no idea, like the amount of work that goes into an event like the high jump or the pole vault. And if you actually spend some time and sit down and watch some of our state level jumpers or throwers or sprinters, it's just really cool to watch people do things that they're passionate about, and some of our kids are at really, really high levels.
If you want to enjoy track and field events, like mentioned earlier, they start on March 8th at Indiana Tech. For Studio 415, I am Ian Pels. Chin National Day is more than just a celebration. It's a way for the Chin community to preserve its culture and bring people together.
This year, with a growing number of Chin students participating, the event showcased the next generation embracing their heritage.
Chin National Day is a time for the Chin community to honor its culture, history, and traditions. From traditional dances to fashion competitions, the event highlights what it means to be Chin. For many students, it's an opportunity to connect with their roots. For attendees like Emily Norm and Monica Sen, the event is a celebration of identity.
I go to CND every single year to see our beautiful culture, to see how people are celebrating it, to see the beautiful dances, the singing, the clothes, and everything.
Chin National Day represents our ethnicity coming together as one, just to preserve our traditions and our cultures that we've been continuing for the generations to come, and just showcasing our love and our traditions.
One of the most anticipated events this year was the fashion show, where Chin students competed to showcase traditional attire. Niang Hoi, a student at Carroll High School, played a key role in the event. For Niang, winning the competition wasn't just about the title, it was about representing her culture.
It feels like a big responsibility that I am grateful to take on, and I want to keep representing my culture and in any way I can.
As Chin National Day continues to grow, students and attendees hope to see more young people getting involved.
I hope to see more future models and future dancers and singers be more active in here. and the teenagers to be more active and to be more involved in Chin National Day because it is so fun.
I think that it's a good idea to like invite your friends, your professors, your teachers in like Chin National Day like this, so that they can see and learn the aspect of what Chin National Day it looks like, and also learn from the things that we do, and be able to advocate like to other people just the way we did to them.
With each year, Chin National Day not only celebrates tradition, but welcomes a new generation eager to carry it forward. From Studio 415, I'm Solomon Thang.
Before we end our show today, we want to say congratulations to our Carroll Robotics team who took the top award at this weekend's district competition in Mishawaka.
We also want to congratulate the gymnastics team as they finished second in Concordia Sectional on Saturday. The Chargers will compete in regional at Huntington North this Saturday.
That's all we have for today. Be sure to subscribe to our new YouTube channel, Carroll Studio 415.
If you have any ideas for stories we should cover throughout the semester, please contact Mr. Matheny.
Have a great rest of your week, Carroll.